of meeting a lot of people in this, reading all the books, going to forums and so forth, and doing what I can, is that probably for my lifetime there's going to be a certain percentage of coercion that I cannot escape while I'm alive on this planet. I think that coercion is probably some sort of sociological or human constant. I don't think we'll ever totally get rid of it. I think we can reduce it. I think we can maybe suspend it, but I don't think we can ever totally eliminate it. I think it's probably some weird human phenomenon, force of nature, that there will always be enough, percentage-wise, of human beings who feel that they have the right to control you, who feel that property taxes, yeah, what's wrong with that? They have to pay for government schools, all right? We're not going to convince the, 85% of people are generally sort of collectivists and 15 are sort of libertarians of some. We're not going to convince 8 against 1 or keep them convinced. So I've come to terms with our difficult world that there's not going to be perfect liberty soon, and maybe not ever. There's not going to be a gold-backed money that's not interfered with by the government. There's not going to be a sovereign right to travel that's not hampered by your highway patrol. There's not going to be freedom of diet that's not interfered with by the FDA and DEA. Okay? These things are here to stay in some capacity. And government is not the problem. Government, as if it's some outside source, we're our own problem. Okay? Human beings are their own problem. And as I mentioned before, if you're still supporting government through taxes, you're also your own problem as well. Even perfect practitioners of the zero aggression principle indirectly yet knowingly support oppressive government through taxes. Unless you're a hermit in the forest making everything for yourself and trading with other hermits, no one lives 100% by the zero aggression principle. You are indirectly supporting tyranny in government, including me. I'm no example of someone who lives by the 100% ZAP either. People are people. So, in my mind, the only remaining question is how much non-liberty can you rationally and emotionally accept without going nuts, and then living the rest of your life that is free. Okay, we are more free than not. We really are. Even in very bad states, they're probably more free than not. We've got less freedom than we did. We certainly have less freedom than our grandparents and their great-grandparents. But we're not yet in concentration camps. We're not yet living under a system like Soviet Russia or East Germany. We have more freedom than we don't. So how are you using it? Okay, are you maximizing the freedom space that you already have? Are you using credit cards? And why are you using credit cards? Why not use cash for the privacy, for the lack of tracking that it gives companies and governments over you? If you're using cash, why not gold and silver? Okay, then you're not participating at all in the Federal Reserve scam, the inflation of a worthless currency. If you're using gold and silver, how about digital forms of it? Goldmoney.com, pecunix.com. Okay, there are avenues that people have concocted, good technologies that are just starving for usage. Okay, we all should be using digital gold money, cash, gold and silver in our pockets. Do you already own the necessary guns? Do you know how to use them expertly? You have freedom to do that. Okay? There's no reason that you can't unless it's just been your choice. Do you daily strive to make government irrelevant in your life? Okay? Well, one thing I like about the agorist movement is that it does that. It tries to make government irrelevant. And systems, the system, whether it's the Federal Reserve System or whether it's commerce or whether it's education, it's like, we are DIY. We are do-it-yourself people. Okay? And the more that you do that, the less you have to think about the system, the less you are pissed off about the government and the news that you just heard and all that. It's like reading about a foreign country and its currency and its politicians and its scandals and all that. Do more yourself locally and connect on the internet and create, like I said, that lifeboat of your own. Okay? Secede first in your mind. Right? When enough of us do that, we'll be like Taiwan. That is to Red China. I mean, it's practically seceded. It's just never said the S word, formally. But it's its own country, all right? And we are learning how to be our own country effectively too. Ezra Pound had a very interesting quote, and I'm surprised I haven't come across it before in all the reading I've done about this. He says, "A slave is one who waits for someone to come and free him." A slave is someone who waits for someone else to come and free him. This is in your hands. Your time, your money, what you choose to do, what you choose to think about. These are all decisions. They're the fork of the road every day of the week. Freedom or slavery? My deal or the system's deal? Freeing yourself, waiting for someone else to do it, it's your choice. And no one's going to do it for you, not even the Patriot movement, not the freedom movement. Only you can do it. Freedom is self-service. And that's what I want to leave you with. Thank you for having me again. I'll take some questions after this. Thanks.